been in the UK for a while and you've been having a difficult time sorting out your status, this is good news. To regular UK, you can contact Lawyer Tokubo or Lagbaye on a Facebook page, YouTube or Instagram. You can also book an appointment at our London office, Brightway Immigration and Asylum Practitioners, or phone through 0208 309 8808 or a Nigerian office on 0813 456 6319. She understands the rules and regulations applicable to your case. Don't forget, consultation fee is £50 or 30,000 naira Nigerian money. A trial will convince you. Have you been in the UK for a while and you've been having a difficult time sorting out your status? This is good news. To regularize your status in the UK, you can contact Lawyer Tokubo or Lagbaye on a Facebook page, YouTube or Instagram. You can also book an appointment at our London office, Brightway Immigration and Asylum Practitioners, or phone through 0208 309 8808 or a Nigerian office on 0813 456 6319. She understands the rules and regulations applicable to your case. Don't forget, consultation fee is £50 or 30,000 naira Nigerian money. A trial will convince you.
Good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board to the Lawyer Tokunbo Olagbaye platform. It is a beautiful Monday morning here, the 5th of August 2019, and as such, I like to do what I enjoy doing most. I am happy that I have you guys on platform, and I am happy that you can see me clearly. Yes, I am going to continue as formally started. How to regularize your status, is a main topic that we are known for on this platform. As such, I'm going to welcome all of you, nationality regardless of your tribe and differences, color, race, region, sex, short, tall, fat, slim. I'm going to welcome you on my platform. It is a platform for everyone to feel free without anyone derogatory leaving a comment here. It is a platform that respects everyone, and such respect is reciprocate. Please don't leave any of us an insulting statement. It is not acceptable. Advice is not sought here from anybody. When it comes to leaving message, please don't leave your derogatory comments here. This is not a platform that tolerates any negative comment. I am sorry if you are not happy, but that is the way I want to run my home. I choose the way I run my home. Queen chooses the way she runs her palace as well. So this is my home, my platform, my Sabbath, my space, my territory. So I need to control it for respect so that everybody will feel free to come here without panic to know whether somebody is going to be picking on their comment or whether they're going to be insulting them. So zero tolerance for insult on the platform is what we need to practice. But at the same time, I'm going to look at the immigration and nationality law rules. What I'm looking at this morning, if you look at the topic, I said immigration breaches and people who have sought asylum in the UK. Immigration breaches and people who have sought asylum in the UK. It is the topic I'm looking at straight away this morning. Now, who are the people that are in breach of immigration law? Let us go into that straight away and tell you where you have got it wrong. At the same time, let us look at the asylum seekers in the UK, why they are in the UK, what they are looking for, and why they should be granted asylum. So I am going to go into it. My telephone number is 07908628240. If you know me from day one and you are so familiar with me and the platform, you will know that I don't fear to answer questions on immigration laws because it is my strength. I study law in depth, so I don't scare to answer questions on law, especially on the subject matter that I am currently practicing on, immigration and nationality law. I don't get scared. I answer questions. But at the same time, you too need to book appointments because I have to pay my bills. So when people are saying that, oh, she doesn't answer questions, she only say book appointment, I think you don't know this platform. I think you are a stranger, and I don't think you are welcome on the platform. So I only want to welcome those who know the platform, and including the silent listener. You are all welcome on this platform. I'm looking at the breaches that you can have on immigration and the reason why you think the Secretary of State will say you are in breach. Now, first and foremost, let us look at this person that is coming into United Kingdom straight away, and at the port of entry, he or she decided to claim asylum. A person who is coming into United Kingdom straight away and decide to claim asylum at the port of entry is not in breach of immigration rules. The person who is coming straight away from outside, and as soon as he or she landed at the port of entry, put up his or her hand and said, listen, I am in fear of persecution. I want to claim asylum. I want the United Kingdom government to protect me. That person will not consider to be in breach of immigration rules in any ramification until their temporary admission was revoked and their leave to remain was formally refused. But if that hasn't happened, the person cannot be in breach. If you made an application, as soon as you enter United Kingdom, you are not in breach. Applicants who also claim asylum during a period of leave to enter or remain in the United Kingdom will not be in breach of the immigration laws during consideration of the asylum claim. Applicants who claim asylum during the period of leave to enter or remain in the UK will not be in breach. Say, for example, a visitor that is already in the UK in the realm of his or her 6 months visa and has not gone out of that 6 months. When you claim asylum during that 6 month period, you are not in breach of your immigration law. You are not in breach. So I think we need to look at it from that angle. The person who entered UK at the port of entry, surrender his or her passport and claim asylum is not in breach. It's not in breach. I do. Thank you. Yes. Yes. So the person who came into UK at the port of entry claim asylum will not be in breach of the immigration law. And the person who also claimed asylum while still having leave to remain or visit visa to enter is not going to be in breach. How do I mean? Let me reiterate and explain myself clearly so that you will know that I understand what I am saying and I know my law, I know my immigration, I know how it works. Now, if you come into United Kingdom on a visitor visa, you are meant to have at least minimum of 6 months visa. 6 months minimum. That is 180 days on your passport. In the course of that 180 days, something then happened. Can you address me on my WhatsApp 07908628240? Why I'm doing this, I cannot be doing that at all at the same time. 07908628240. That's the WhatsApp number. In the course of your 6 months staying in the United Kingdom, you now have a problem. Somebody now told you that don't return back. Your brother has been abducted, or your mother has been abducted, or your father has been abducted as a result of campaign, as a result of political opponent fight, or as a result of something. So somebody stretched that to your understanding immediately. Then you will have known that it is not safe. It is not safe for you to return back home because the members of your family has already been abducted. So you should be aware that if you go home at that time, you also is going to be in the same predicament, in the same situation. So therefore, the next thing you should be thinking of will be to claim asylum and seek protection from the United Kingdom government so far you are in the UK at that time. And if you are able to do that successfully, to put in the application before the elapse of your 6 months visa, it basically means that you are not in breach. You are not in breach. However, if the application was refused and the appeal dismissed, if the application was refused and the appeal, and the appeal was dismissed, then you'll be given 28 days of further leave to remain to decide. After that 48 days, you will be in breach if you remain in the UK after that 28-day period. If your application has been dismissed, appeal has been dismissed, everything has been dismissed, and you are not successful, you will be given a 28-day grace period to pack your things and to leave United Kingdom. After that 28 days, if you have not left and you are still in the country, then you are going to be in breach. You are going to be in breach of your coming into UK, and invariably, that could affect, in fact, it would affect your next application to enter United Kingdom on a visit level or any level that you want to come in as. It will definitely affect your next time coming. So when we're talking of who can be in breach of the immigration laws, you have to look at it from that angle. The person who has entered and claimed asylum straight away is not in breach. The person who entered and during the course of his or staying on a visit visa claim asylum is not in breach until it's refused, the appeal is dismissed, everything is dismissed, and is given 28 days to leave the country and still yet not have left the country, still hanging around. Then it basically means that you are going to be in breach at the end of that 28-day grace period that you are given. So you should have that in mind. So in that situation, you have to start thinking how to get your leave regularized within that 28 days. If you cannot get it done, then you must leave immediately. You must leave immediately. Now, applicants who made asylum claim while in the UK illegally, for example, as an overstayer or following clandestine entry. Clandestine entry means somebody who entered without a visa. Clandestine entry is someone that came to UK without a visa. Someone that came to UK without a visa will have been in the UK in breach of the immigration laws until they were granted leave to remain in the UK. So they will be in breach throughout the period when the application is being considered. Throughout the period that the application is under consideration, you are going to be in breach. If you continue to file with new claim and you don't have fresh evidence, then will have mean that you are in breach. As soon as the claim has been exhausted and you've been dismissed at all ramification on the highest, then you will have known that he's finished. It's okay, Nkechi. Nkechi is all right. So we have looked at it from that angle. So I'm on 07908628240. 07908628240. How can I do without all of you like that? People like Tina Moss, person like Nkechi, Blessing, and many other names, Osagi there, I mean, we have got to respect each other, so I have to think about you guys. And I'm a woman with a big heart. I have a soft heart anyway, so whatever I say, I still, at the end of the day, I have to consider the needs of the majority on the platform. And yesterday let me understand that the needs of the majority is a positive one, positive movement. They want me to address it in a language that everyone would understand. Patience, good morning there. So you look at it from that angle. So you will be in breach if you're already in the United Kingdom. If you're already in the United Kingdom, Manchester Mug is here. Albert Albert is there. Manchester Mug is there. Only no Manchester mug is allowed, only. Albert, trust me, Manchester mug is always around. So, if you are in the United Kingdom, for example, as an overstayer or someone who enter clandestine. Clandestine means coming in without a visa. Clandestine means entering into UK without a visa. It's okay. You know, without a visa. Basically, you are going to be in breach. You are going to be in breach of the immigration laws until your application is considered. Until either you are granted leave to remain, you are going to be in breach. You will be in breach throughout the period when the application is being considered. You will be in breach. So let's just put that at the back of our mind. You enter UK, you are an overstayer, you came in without passport, you are going to be in breach when you put in the new application or until it's considered, until it's granted. You know, until it's granted. So you will be in breach. Now, government has power. And when we're talking of the government power, we're talking of the discretion to waive immigration breaches. The discretion to waive, you know what we call waive, to overgo, to overlook, to ignore, to forgive, you know, to forgive any of those breaches that you may have. Any of the breaches you may have. The government has that discretion. There is some discretion to disregard breaches of the immigration laws. There is some discretion to disregard. Somebody say, what is the meaning of breach? Breach. Breach means that you in a layman's English, when you say you are in breach, it means that you don't follow instruction. In breach means that you have stepped on the toes. In breach means that you disregard, you are disrespectful to the law of that country. Yes, in breach means that you have not followed the law correctly. In breach means that the procedures have not been properly followed. So thank you for that simple. You violate. If you violate is another legal English. You can't use violate for a layman English. You know, you cannot use violate. You know, there is no way you can use violate. You have to, breach means that you step on toes. You did not accord with the law. You did not follow the procedure. You did not have respect. No respect for the law on the land. You know, for example, you were given 6 months and you are staying 8 months. It means that you are disrespectful to the law of that country. Because using the word violate means go against. That's the simple term. Go against. You go against the law. You did not follow the procedure. Means illegal, yes. So to use violate means you are still using the breaches. So you are still using heavy legal language. Which is why some of us are in law. We always have problem to twist legal language into layman's English. We always struggle sometimes because we are so used to the terminology. But when you look at it, the meaning of breaches means that you have stepped on toes. That is the layman English. You have spent more than the required period to stay in the UK. You have breached the law. Breaches means that you have gone against the law. That is the good English one. Yeah. So if you have gone against the law, the rules of the land, then it basically means you are in breach. So that is it. But I am now saying that there is some discretion. There is some discretion to disregard breaches of the immigration laws. There is some discretion to disregard, you know, breaches of the some of the immigration laws. Now, before government would disregard, you know, before government will say, I want to disregard the breach, it has to mean basically ordinarily you overstay. If you ordinarily overstay, without being fraud, without murdering, without affecting public interest apart from overstaying, then there is a power to disregard that for them. And that is why a lot of people are pardoned and given limited leave to remain. You know, in the time of 14 years long residence, they granted 14 years. So it is only because unlawfully you stay. But other than that, there were no other criminal records. There were no records to say that you have breached, you have stepped on the stakeholder toes. For example, the police are looking for you, you have killed somebody, or you have fraud in 8 years, you have been sentenced to prison on the fraud of 8 years, then that can be another issue entirely. At that stage, you are going to be really begging seriously before you will be allowed to remain in the UK. Because somebody who has already violated the rule, go against the rule, overstay, in breach of the laws, and then committing a serious crime in that same country, it's going to be difficult to pardon you. It's going to be difficult to get the pardon. Yes, it's going to be difficult. So the government will use discretionary power, you know, to disregard, to waive immigration breaches. And when they want to waive that immigration breaches, what are the chances of asylum for one who overstay due to crisis or genocide happening where it came from? If you have enough evidence, you can decide to put in an application while in the United Kingdom. It doesn't matter how many years you have been in the UK. It does not matter at all. If you have enough evidence to support your claim, to collaborate your claim, to put everything together, then you will be able to go forward and say, listen, I want to claim asylum on this ground. There are 5 grounds. You can only use one of those, you know, under the United Nations Convention. You can only use one out of the 5 grounds to claim your asylum. Thank you. In this case, how can the person be considered when applying for documentation? In which case? You are asking different questions because different names is what I'm saying here. Someone said trespass by entry or overstaying in the country. Good morning, Ma, from Germany. Yes, okay. And then someone is asking question. In this case, can that person be considered when applying for documentation? Which document and in which case? You see, when you're asking me a question, be very upright, be very truthful. Go straight to the question that you want to ask me so that I can answer you. Let me tell you one thing. The more I do this thing, the more I understand immigration law, because the more I research, the more I go and get emails, the more I send emails out and ask questions, the more I get answer. This is the way I've been studying all my life. You know, I always teach people, even in the classroom. I teach my colleague. I help them with the assignment. I help them with courses, with coursework. You know, I help them with assignment exam preparation, because it allows me to read more. Because if I am selfish with my opinion and I'm selfish with my understanding, then I am going to be limited. I am going to be so limited. So God does not give me that opportunity to be selfish in everything. God doesn't give me an opportunity to be selfish with my brain. My brain is not selfish brain. So I am so happy about that gift. It's a special gift. It is a special gift, please. So let us respect it. It's not everybody have spirit of sharing or spirit of caring. It's a gift that is given to me specially, and I'm sure some of the people that has that gift, they will understand what I'm saying. When you have gift to share and care about people, that's what you'll be thinking, how to help them, how to solve problems. You'll be thinking from that angle. So let us look at the Okoforobo Nana. If you want to address me, please come back to your question and put it out clearly for me so that I can answer your question. Exactly. Well, if you have a good case, yeah, that's the point. So there's no need to exaggerate on that. If committed crime but when crime in court, they refuse me to have leave to remain. Yeah, it's possible. Because once you are sentenced to prison time of 12 months or more, then you are more likely to have problem with the Secretary of State for the Home Department. If you are being sentenced, you know, into prison the term time of 12 months or more. Coming out, and you don't have stay before you went in. You're coming out, you are more likely to have problem because they will have made recommendation on it. The judge will have put recommendation to deport you on that term. Yeah. If you don't have residence before you went into term, you know, and you came out, then the next thing they will be thinking of is to take you out of the country because you're in breach. You have stepped on the toes and you're not allowed. You are not permitted. In the first instance, you have stayed unlawfully. You are an overstayer. Secondly, you have committed a crime that is against the state authority. So therefore, to pardon you will be difficult. Unless you are now putting your Article 8. And your Article 8 will be in a scenario whereby your crime committed is not that serious. And your Article 8 scenario will be in a situation whereby your wife is British, your daughter is British, or your son is British. Then your Article 8 can kick in. But in an exemplary cases where you have been sentenced to a term time of 4 years or more, that is a serious case. That is a serious case. Only God will take you from the hidden lion, from the lion's mouth. It is only the grace of God that will pull that person out of the lion's mouth. Yes. If you are being sentenced to a term 4 years or more, then it means it's a serious crime. It is a serious crime, and as such, it is only God that will take you out of it. Yes. Now, other immigration offenses. You know, other immigration offenses such as breaching a restriction to take on taking employment. If you have a restriction on taking employment or harboring other immigration offenders, taking employment or harboring. If you're harboring means putting someone that doesn't have rights to be in the country in your house, and you too, you don't have right to stay in the country, and that person, you put that person with you. You too, you are in trouble, and that person is also in trouble. Now, the government is saying that discretion should not be considered under the resident requirement in that situation because you have failed good character. The pardon is there. Don't get it wrong. There is a pardon if you don't have any criminal record and it's only in breach of staying in the UK without papers. Then they will waive it. The discretion will be utilized and they will waive it. There is every possibility that the Secretary of State is going to waive it and consider your application if you met any of the rules. But where the discretion will not be used is when you have failed your good character requirement, which is residence requirement. Residence requirement is under good character. Thank you. Okay. Nana said the question she was trying to ask is if a person breaches the law of immigration and, for example, the person wants to marry here and stay permanently, is it going to still be under the breach or is going to be pardoned? Now, let me explain that area. It's the area that I am actually talking about. Because you are in breach already, you will continue to be under breach until your application is granted. Yes, because you're already in the United Kingdom and you have run out of status. So it basically means that you are in breach of the laws, of the immigration laws. But, if you are granted right to remain under your marriage because you're married to a person who is present and settled in the UK, then it is obvious that you have received pardon. If you are granted, then you have received pardon. It means you only overstay without other breaches under the residence requirement. Because the majority of problems comes from residence requirements. When somebody has breached under the good character level, you know, and good character level is when you are caught working without right to work with another document. But why shall they gem? Your mama. Yay, yay, yay. So in that case, yeah, Nana, you will be okay once you have been, you are granted. Once you are granted, it means you have received pardon. Once you are granted, it means you have received pardon. So that's not a problem. You should just carry on enjoying yourself. Once you've been pardoned, then you're okay. Once you have granted, then you have been pardoned. So that's fine. Honestly, Nana. It's like I'm in university learning to come boy kids. I should have jail, so why should I kill myself? And if they don't work, how would they pay me? Keep your opinion in that area. Anybody is not happy. Yay, yay, yay. On a Monday morning, you think I don't have job to do? I have jobs to do. Plenty on my table. My table is wrecked with work. But I still want to do this thing on a very beautiful Monday as promised. You know. Even before I slept last night, the Spirit of the Lord is saying that you have to go back to the screen to them and do what you are doing for me. So don't let anybody think that they can just do gara can't talk. If you are a new person, just follow the procedure. Look at the platform and see what we are saying. Read my video, follow my videos, and know who I am before you put in opinion. Because if you put opinion and it contradicts my zero tolerance, I'll block you and put it in the bin. Oh yes. Have you read about Prime Minister Boris Johnson? I was going through his book yesterday because I bought his book when he was a mayor. I read it and I dumped it. So I was going through his over again yesterday. Somebody insulted his family. He sent them an email. When they received an email from him, they thought he was going to talk about political ideology. You know what the email says? The email used F word. They were shocked. The email used F word and said, go and die. That's what the Prime Minister put in his email to the media. So we are not the same. If you look at the five fingers, we don't do things equally. They don't work the same thing. They work differently. They are not the same. So we are individual. We are working on different character, different style. So if anybody insults me, straight away, my being any. Anyway, how can I have stress? No sign of stress at all. He was smiling. Victor Olowu wallahi. Mama, no nonsense. I have a lot of work to do. On Saturday when I came to office, there were some serious appeal that I need to attend to. There are some serious litigation cases here that I need to put together. And again, if you look at all this, you know, there are bundles that are ready to fight this week. You know, twice I'm in court this week. So don't ever think when you're busy, budget. You're all busy. But you know, out of my busy schedule, I am enjoying this. And that is the only way you will not have stress if you enjoy what you are doing. Listen, I can work here till 8 o'clock in the night. And my husband understands, but occasionally it can happen. And there's other person to give him food in the house for me. So I don't have problem. If I run late to go home, he doesn't worry about me because he knows that Moti served time with me when the kids were younger. I have served diligently as a wife. But the kids have grown. So it's my time to be in office and work like a man now. And realize who Tokunbo Olagbaye is. It's my time. When the kids were younger, I have served like a housewife, even though I was studying and working. I have served like a housewife. I have served like a mother, like a sister, like anything you want to call me. So it is now my turn to concentrate on my career and do what I am doing best. Enjoy it. So I don't have any problem. Exactly, Funke Palmer. This is my own charity work. Blocking mode, 100% nonsense on this platform. So I've served my time. When you serve your time diligently, you feel happy. You feel happy. when we are doing it, I want to travel out of the country. We can't travel. There are, I've seen years, about 4 or 5 years that I don't travel out of the United Kingdom. I was in the country for 5 years. You know, maybe in 5 years I only travel once because the kids were very young and I have to be there, drop them in school, go to work, come back, tidy up the house, looking after them, pick them from school or from childminder. So for complete 4 or 5 years, I can't travel anywhere out of the country. I was in the country, full-time housewife, even though I was working. And we are the set of people that introduce, that make government work. We are the set that force government to introduce this employment rights thing for women, for people to work and leave office on time, so that they go and pick the kids, so that you can start 7 o'clock in the morning and by 2 o'clock you finish work. So 1.5 hours it takes you back to where your kids are in school and pick them up. So I have served my time, and I can encourage women out there. If you don't serve your time, you don't have anything to talk about. You need to serve first. But tó bá serve ọkọ yẹn dáadáa, tó serve ọkọ yẹn dáadáa, ọkùnrin yẹn dáadáa, ló máa lè sọ wípé yes, I trust her. She's let her have a career. Even if his family is talking, pé obìnrin, pé woman, he's not going to listen to them and say, what if it's your own sister? What if it's my own sister? So he will give you full support because you have done your time. You have served your time. If you don't serve your time, you can't have your time. You have to serve first. And in every area of life, you must be a trainee before you qualify. And that's what they taught us as a solicitor. We qualify, we finish from school. So that if you say you're from university and study law, you are not a lawyer. If you study law, you are not a lawyer. If you have LPC at postgraduate, you are not a lawyer. Until you are called to come and start your trainee. If you don't do trainee 2 years trainee solicitor, it's a different application entirely. Until you are called and you are given that 2 years opportunity to be called a trainee solicitor, you are not a solicitor, and there's no way you can be qualified. So having a degree does not mean you are a lawyer. No, having a master doesn't mean you are a lawyer. You are not a lawyer if you have a master's in law. You are not a lawyer if you have a degree in law. You can only be a lawyer when you are called to bar like me, when you are called to the Supreme Court of England and Wales. And when you are called, you must have this type of certificate. Sorry, I'll show you. Just hold on. A lot of people don't know the difference between the two. I'll show you the difference. They are very clear. You know, I'll show you the difference. So you will know that I don't come out to make noise. You know, this is the certificate. If you don't have this type of certificate, yeah, there is no way you can be called a solicitor. And there's another certificate there as a senior immigration advisor. It's also there. If you don't have either of two, but this is the most important one that allow me to put my head up in the society as a solicitor with practicing certificate. A solicitor with practicing certificate. Every year is renewable. So it's not pé bóyá èyàn kan lọ mú subject ó lọ rí he àbí tó pé nìkan ṣe lórí line mo wá fẹ́ copy ẹnìkan. I don't copy people unless people want to copy me. I've been doing public work over 12-13 years now. Mo ti wà ní public. I started on the radio, then I started doing television, doing voice. In fact, I started with Ghana radio. I started with Ghana, over 13-14 years with Ghana. They called me for an interview. One of my staff that's now a qualified person that I trained, she's the one that introduced me with Ghana radio, not even Nigerian radio. I started with Ghana. Ghana was having a voice of African radio or something voice. That was Ghana radio in Play Store. Yes, Ghana radio in Play Store. They called me. If I were to be able to speak Ghanaian language, I would have gone far with them that period, because I was one of the first set that introduced talking as a lawyer on the radio. And then I started with Ghanaians, not Nigerian at all. Nigerian come fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. I didn't start with Nigerian. I started with Ghanaians. You know. So that is the situation. So when we are talking of who is in the corridor of law, please, I am not somebody that somebody can push aside. I've passed that stage. You know, I've passed that stage. Thank you, thank you. So as we are talking and we are making clarification of things, the government will only waive your immigration breaches. The government will only waive your immigration breaches if providing you have not failed the residence requirement. You understand? If you have failed residence requirement, then you are in trouble. I'm going to be taking question and answer now. I'm on 07908 628240. 07908 628 Good morning, my dear. How are you? You know, I am going to be taking question and answer 07908 628240. Let's put the number out here before 07908 628240. WhatsApp only. Zero seven nine zero eight 628 I am going to wait for your question and answer, and then we can go through it and look at it together. How can it be 30-40 years ago? That will not be me. You don't listen to what I'm saying. I didn't say 30-40 years ago. I didn't say 30-40 years ago. I am like Boris. When I'm talking, you listen once and for all. Once you don't listen, you don't get it. That's the end of that. I don't repeat myself. Good morning, madam. Lie. Lie, you cannot do that. Once the child has clocked 18, it's going to be difficult to get that child into the country. You know, it would have been a different ball game if the child has not clocked 18. You know, it would have been a different ball game. Hello? Hello?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning to you, dear. Good morning.
Please, my question is not on asylum. It's on my mom. She wants to come visiting from Nigeria, but she was refused based on paragraph 3.6, appendix V of the immigration rules from Nigeria.
Tell me what is on the appendix.
It says immigration. It says under paragraph V3.6.
When you are asking question, get your question clearly.
Yeah, I just want.
And let me know exactly why she was refused. Because if you're giving me appendix, I don't have the booklet here to look at the appendix. Yeah.
They said a genuine document might have been altered. I know she didn't do that.
Oh my God.
Said a counterfeit. Sorry.
Carry on.
Yeah, they said a counterfeit document, and I don't know. That was just the reason for the refusal.
I hope. You know, look at that refusal. Read it carefully here, my dear. I hope paragraph 327B is not mentioned there.
It is mentioned.
That is banned.
Oh.
Yes. If 320...
Let me check properly.
Yeah, check it properly. The moment paragraph 327B is mentioned on a refusal notice to come into the United Kingdom, there is wahala.
Yes, it is there. Yes.
Oh my God.
They said you should note that because she has been refused entry clearance, that if she tries to reapply again,
can I have tea,
they might
please?
refuse her under that paragraph that you mentioned.
Say it again.
That if she tries to reapply again, then they might refuse her under paragraph.
You look sexy. Sorry. 327B.
Yes.
Which means that the next application, unless it's properly explained, do you understand? Which means that the next application is going to be refused and banned.
But so, is there any point trying, or should we just leave them alone?
You know, it's 10 years.
Yes.
It is 10 years. And that documentation that they mentioned, where does that document come from? Where is it? Who prepared it for your mom?
There was this, I don't know, some lawyers that she used in Nigeria.
Wọ́n ti lọ ayédèrú ni jàre. Wọ́n ti lọ fi fake sí ni. And this is the problem. When I'm on ground in Nigeria, people will come to me and say, do I package? How can I package as a lawyer? A lawyer must not put their hands in packaging documents. Packaging means that...
It's the same people that she used. She's been here twice. So she was applying for the 5 years when they now gave her this
my dear, they have used that document previously. The ECO did not pick it up. Let us be honest with each other. They have used it previously. But fortunately, previously, the entry clearance officer, thank you, dear. The entry clearance officer did not pick it up. At that time, you know, we have different inquisitive mind. We have different mind of checking documents. Even if I work with the entry clearance or home office, people will hate me because I have inquisitive mind. So I will dip into documents. What should we do?
I don't know. That's what I'm calling for, right?
What should we do? Do you want to... Irene, please come. Do you want to... No, yeah, I'm asking you, what should we do?
I want to try and put in another application for her, but I don't know if it's worth trying, if she's going to get the ban.
You see, if you put it on, yeah, that is when the 10 years will be spelled out correctly. The 320 is there already. So the next application, the 320, they will trigger it. So whether you put it in or you don't put it in, the 320 will be triggered because it has already been mentioned on the application. So definitely, in no doubt in my mind, they are going to trigger it. Thank you. They are definitely going to trigger it. So how you want to do it, you can take that risk and check, and then put a proper explanation there. But I don't think there's any explanation that can cover that error anymore because they have already deduced documents. They have deduced documents and they are clearly convinced. You understand? Clearly convinced that it was forged. Before the allegation would have been made on black and white paper, they will have checked carefully. They will not make that allegation wrongly. When I talk, people think that I work for them, but I don't work for them. I work for you guys. But we just have to respect the law. They put documents together for Mama, and that's what happened. And they have done it before for her. But because the ECO did not pick it up at that time, she scaled through. If you want to give it a go, give it a go. But the 320 will be triggered. Since it has been mentioned on the application and it has mentioned clearly that it was forged, they are going to trigger it. So they will spell it out clearly.
Okay, ma. Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Hello? Hello, please go ahead. No, because if you tell them to book an appointment, it will look as if you want to get something from it. They will stain my name on it. So I don't ask for appointments on stuff. I can only give advice. If I look at the document, I will read it. Then I will give them advice. They will go back and correct that error. But I won't take the case. I won't take the case. Because Okunbolagbaye is easy to mention when they have got it wrong. Hello? Go ahead, go ahead.
Morning.
Good morning to you, dear. Good morning.
Yeah. Please, I just have to clarify something. I've been in the UK with my family.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, so I've been in the UK. I've stayed my status. I've been in the UK with my family for 3 years now. I just want to find out if, because my children are here, I want to find out what I can put in to legalize my stay here.
You have been in the UK for 3 years. Under which visa?
It says it was the 2 years family visit visa. It is expired now. My children too are expired. My wife's own too are expired. I just want to find out.
And all of you, all of you are just here for 3 years.
Yeah, we've been here for 3 years. Over 3 years.
There's nothing you can do because there's none of you has adequate right.
Okay. What I intend to do was maybe if the children have been here maybe for 7 or 8 years.
I would not. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to give that advice. You know, I'm in a public place. You have only spent 2-3 years in the UK, so there is no discretionary power to exercise.
Okay. So.
Listen, guys. You may not like the advice. It may be bitter, but let me be frank with you. Let's just be frank with each other. If you bring in your family from Nigeria, for example, and you are only here on a visit visa, and you decided to overstay and you are just here a year or two, you are going to be taken back when the government find out, because there is nothing inside the law that permits you to come to UK with all your family on a visit visa to come and stay behind. There is nothing. I've told you before in my presentation on the videos that those who are already inside, they are our problem. We will take care of that. And that's what I am saying now. Discretion will be given. Discretion will be waived for those who have been here 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years with children. Those with children of 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. Discretionary power will be exercised so that it will be considered under the Secretary of State power. But for anyone that's just coming in, I beg book appointment, come and take advice. Forget about freebies. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Book appointment. Don't let me speak Yoruba to you here. Because if I speak Yoruba, it's going to be the one that I used to curse my nephew, who belongs to Yoruba people. Understand? If I speak Yoruba, I'm just going to use the one that I used to curse them, who are beware. You understand? Hello?
Hello, good morning, madam.
Good morning to you. Ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin lẹ máa pè wọlé, ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin lẹ lẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́ ìbú tó dẹ̀ máa ń búyàn jù.
God bless you for the good work you are doing, ma'am.
Bless you, Jare dear. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Madam, I want to ask 2 questions.
Okay.
One is good first. As an overseer, can I get married in UK here?
How many years have you been in the UK, and who do you want to get married to?
I've spent 5 years in UK, and this one is EU.
And are you living together? And is he your real wife?
Yeah, we are living together. Yeah.
If she's an EU and she's exercising treaty right, meaning that she's working, then the next thing is that you must have your international passport, and she must have her ID card and passport as well, so that she will use one of those to identify herself in the registry office. You have to have proof of address together legitimately to show that you are living together like man and woman. You know.
There's a proof of address for 2 years. 2 years, madam. There's a proof of address for 2 years. I'm coming to see you. I just want to ask.
Then book appointment and see me. Then we can talk others.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're most welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye. I'm on 0790862840. Hello.
Hello,
yes, good morning. I'm on the live chat. Go ahead.
On the live chat, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll see you. I will see you later. Then I'll come to you.
If you are coming, because I've read your WhatsApp. If you are coming, make sure that you are coming on consultation.
It's Abimbola Abubakar.
It doesn't matter.
It is very. Yeah, but it's very, very critical. That's why I've been trying to call you.
If it's critical, then we're supposed to open office together this morning. You know, I don't work on Sundays, and I will never work on Sundays.
Yeah,
but if it's really critical, it means that both of you, you and I, are supposed to open my office together this morning. I've been in the office since 8 o'clock this morning.
I don't know. I thought you'll be open by 9:30. That's why.
No. If it's critical, you should have mentioned it on the WhatsApp that you will be meeting me this morning, early morning. Monday, I always come in early for this program.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, ma. I will be on my way now.
Okay.
All right, ma. Okay, ma.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, ma.
Yeah. So, anyone that wants to see me and you think the case is critical, it's urgent, you need urgent attention, you should book appointments. I am not a free lawyer, so I don't see anybody, especially on a Monday morning. Anybody want to see me on a Monday morning, you have to pay to see me, especially on a Monday morning. If you don't pay, I will not do my charity for you to come to office. So let's get that clear. Ṣé Ìjẹ̀bú wọ́n ń gbọ́ mi? Ṣé ti yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Ìjẹ̀bú lè mi mọ́, èmi Ìjẹ̀bú ló like owó, èmi dẹ̀ mọ owó mi dáadáa. Ó ti yé yín, level by level, gbogbo nǹkan. Do your consultation on a Monday morning. And if you are an ongoing case, don't come and see me on Monday morning. I don't talk rubbish on Monday morning. I'm sorry. Once I finish this thing, I want to concentrate on the real work. I don't see anybody on Monday morning unless it's a case that is going to pay me. If you tell me that you are an ongoing client, don't come on Monday morning. Okay? Don't come and see me on Monday morning. I will not attend to you because I don't joke with my work. So I take things very serious. Some of you bad enemy. Ẹ má fi àwọn ìṣẹ̀mí lọ́wọ́ láàárọ̀ Monday.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning to you.
Thank you for having me. Yeah?
Yes, I can hear you.
I have two questions. I have been overstayed in the country.
Okay.
After overstay, I committed a crime. I have been overstayed in the country. I committed a crime. I went to court. I win my case because it was just a small case, insulting someone who's and case was like win case. Will the immigration check on my crime that I committed in the country?
You know, I didn't hear you properly.
Okay, let me put it clear. I have been over.
It's what? You were sentenced to a term. You said you were sentenced to a term. How many months or how many years were you sentenced to?
No, I was not sentenced. I went to court. I win the case in court straight away. They didn't send me to prison. I win the case in court, in magistrate court.
Okay.
After this, now is it this can affect my status in the country? But I don't have any status. I'm still on asylum.
Is what?
Like right now, I don't have status in the country to stay in the country. I'm like under asylum. It's gonna affect my case. Is it clear?
I need to be honest with you. I'm lost here. You are in the country, of course, because this is British number calling me. So you are in the UK, isn't
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yes.
And did you say you claim asylum?
Before I claim asylum, I committed a crime. Is it not clear?
Oh,
after I committed a crime, I win my case in court.
Uh-huh.
After I win this case, now my question is now straight away. Are they going to check on this record what I did in the country?
That is down to the Home Office. Of course, they are going to check your record, but that is down to the Home Office. Because it's an asylum matter, you are more likely to be granted. But let's watch and see, because I cannot speak for the Home Office on what you have just said. I asked a question earlier, you said there was no crime. What was the offense? What type of offense was it?
The offense, the gentleman insulted a lady, a pregnant lady. I was in prison.
Hold on. You assault a pregnant lady.
No, the other person, the person that I insulted, he beat a lady, a pregnant lady. I took over the fight. It was like that.
If you took somebody aside when two people are fighting, how come it affects you?
Yeah, because the guy went up and reported me to the police. The police arrested me because the police told me the guy reported.
Which country of nationality are you? Which country are you?
Namibia. I'm born in Namibia and raised in Namibia.
I think you should be all right.
Okay, another thing, one more. If my girlfriend left status, live to remain like asylum, he have status
on leave to remain for 5 years, and we have a kid, the kid born here. Is it possible for me to apply under my kid?
You said you have won case in court as an asylum seeker.
No, that one. I'm still. No, I don't know. Maybe it's the Nigerian English and Namibian English now. The thing is here, asylum case. I didn't want. I'm still on it now. I'm still waiting for my answer.
So your asylum is still on. So they have not. You have not been.
Me yet.
You have not been granted, but you have gone to court.
Yes. Yeah, no, I didn't went to court. They didn't even call me. I'm still waiting for them to call me to go for my interview.
They are more likely to use the charges against you since you have not been granted. They are more likely to use the charges against you. So it depends on the gravity of the offense. Yes, they are more likely to use it against you. So be at alert. So you might end up relying on your children.
Okay, but I have a one child born here. He have status. He get his mom from my country, and she claim asylum. She have status in the country. Will they be able to check on it in here?
I tell you what, if you really have time and you want a solid advice, I think I'll be giving advice for you to book appointment and see me in the office.
Thank you for having me. I will see you at your office.
Yes.
Willish.
Yes. Find time and book appointment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye. Book appointment to see me on 0208-309-8808. 0208-309-8808. There's nothing called freebies in my word. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning to you there.
Yeah. I don't know if you can remember me. I think around January I called.
I'm on a public chat and there's no way I can remember. What is your question?
Okay, my question is, if you have indefinite leave to remain, so when is the right time for you to apply for citizenship?
Why don't you go and get advice? Because you will not get enough here when I'm here. I am only giving generic advice on the platform. I need to be honest with you so that you don't get refused and mention my name. So, book appointment.
Can I see the calendar, please? Because
All right, then that's fine. Thank you.
Yes. Hello. Yes, good morning to you. Good morning.
Yes, please, I want to ask a question.
Please go ahead.
Yes. If your asylum has been received and you are granted 2.5 years back,
Yes.
can someone travel back?
Of course you can.
Okay, they won't look at the asylum.
No, asylum wasn't granted, so you are okay.
Up my you back.
Up, yes, now up my United. Asylum wasn't granted, so don't get scared. Of course you can travel. You can get your country passport as well. Travel, of course. You can go back home. Yeah, asylum was not accepted, so you are okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. I'm on 0790862824. As soon as it's 10 o'clock, I'll be off because I will be having my appointment on ground from 10 o'clock. 0790862824. Yes, now. So the issue here is that if you claim asylum and it was refused, but they grant you 2.5 years, it means that you have children. So you met the requirement of 2.5 years. You met the requirement of 7-year rules. And that's why you were granted. So asylum wasn't accepted. So you can travel. Hello?
Hello, Ekaroma.
Ekaro. Good morning to you.
Yes, sir. Oh, when you program,
I can't speak Yoruba because I can't speak Yoruba, madam. I have to speak international language, English. They will roast me alive. My fans will roast me.
Okay.
In fact, they will roast you as well.
Okay, my question is that I've been in this country in 2002, So, and I've done my marriage on February 2014. So, and they refused me for my visa. So now, since that time, my marriage, they don't give me they don't give me my paper for now. So, and the marriage is still on. Hello?
Repeat it a bit. Repeat it. You got married in 2014. Okay.
And they refused my paper. So till now the paper was refused. So now what my question is that I have my baby now. So and I want to claim my asylum. I don't know, maybe it's still okay for me to claim my asylum.
You want to claim asylum in the country?
Yes, ma'am.
You can still go ahead and claim asylum, but you must have a valid reason to claim asylum while you're already in the UK.
Because I've been in UK since 2002.
No, that's not the point too. The point is you must have a solid ground to use as the reason why you think you should be successful on your asylum. So you must use a good ground.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, maybe I'll book an appointment to come and see you.
I think you should do that so that I can guide you a little bit.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
It's all right.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. I've only got a few minutes left to go, so I'll try to take more calls, but I have to go. Hello?
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning to you. Please move closer to your device so that I can hear you.
Yes, I am now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, thank you.
Oh, geez, thank you very much. I'm enjoying your program. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Bless you too.
I just wanted to ask one more question, or maybe two. I got my 2 years stay. I was here, like, married to an EEA family member. And then we divorced, so he went away, and I'm here with my daughter. I was given the custody of my daughter through the court. And then I was given 2.5 twice now. But it says no public phone on my status. I did call tax credit regarding about that, but they told me to give them a reason, which I told them I don't have. So I don't know what to do. My daughter is 11. I want to apply her citizenship because she's 10 years now.
What does she want?
What should I do in this? Yeah, what should I do in this situation?
This is wrong. So it should be set O, and here is set LR.
No, you can't tell us that. That's what is online.
So what should it be?
Nothing. Home office no. That's why Home office charge at 2003 something.
This is the correct one.
Yeah. Hello. Sorry.
Hello, ma'am. It's alright.
Yeah. So.
As I was saying, yeah, I was given 2.5 twice. I was married to an EEA member.
Okay.
And we divorced because we have issues, and then he went back, and I was given the legal custody of my daughter. Now since 11 years, I want to apply her British citizenship. But on my card, it says no public phone. Because since the day she was born, they have always been having it. I have been having it on her behalf. But the last time I sent it, says no public phone. So I just left it like that. I called tax revenue to inform them. They said they cannot stop it for me not having it because of my income that I'm having. I need to explain it in written. And then I told them basically, continue telling them. Now they keep on messaging me, telling me I need to renew my tax credit. I'm not going to renew it because I don't want it to cause problem or hiccup when I'm reapplying, and also when sending my daughter's 10 years status. So what should I do in this situation, please?
You are a bit too fast for me. I'm sure people are complaining already.
Oh, sorry.
You
sorry,
have twice leave to remain.
Yes, I came with 6 months visa. Later I was given 5 years. So within the 5 years, we divorced. But I got a daughter, we got a daughter together. And then we went through court. I was given the custody of my daughter. And then I was asked not to leave, not to take her out of the country for more than 4 weeks. So after that, the 5 years, I reapplied. They gave me 2.5, which it was allowed for public phone. Now I reapplied again. They said no public phone in that. So I called tax credit to inform them that I'm no longer entitled to public fund. But they did not stop my tax credit. Now it's April. I refuse to renew it because I don't want to bring any hiccup in terms of my status. So, and I'm intending.
Are you asking question on benefits or asking question on home office?
I'm asking on home office. I don't know what to do.
If you have a condition on your application that says no recourse to public funds, it has to be respected.
Yeah.
So claiming tax credit, I am not too sure the position of tax credit on those who have no recourse to public funds. Is anyone online there that know the position on the tax credit? Because I thought tax credit you were tested on your income or so.
I don't know myself, ma'am. This is why I'm asking.
What is your question to me? Let me address that first. What do you want to know?
My question is, I want to apply for my daughter's British citizenship because she's 10 years now, she's 11. Will that affect me from reapplying?
No. You want to apply for your daughter's British passport?
Yes.
Registration? No. It cannot affect you. Forget about that. No. Where you may have your e-cop is with the Home Office, not with the British passport for the child. That is that child's entitlement.
Okay.
Yes, but you are more likely to have your e-cop with the Home Office if care is not taken.
Okay. Oh God.
So they said that she should not claim tax credit, so she can't claim tax credit. Did you hear that? So
thank God. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it.
Look. Not allow tax credit. She should call to stop it. They said you should call to stop it. A wolf don't run belly.
I did call. Ma'am, I did call and told them.
Don't let them put you into trouble because you will vomit that money.
I don't want. All right. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, dear.
Thank you. Bye.
Toke Williams. Now a wolf don't run belly. A wolf don't run belly. Good morning. I have to go now. About 2-3 minutes I'm going. Yes, quickly.
Yeah, I just want to ask a question actually. Is regarding myself, I can say. I've got a spouse and I was here before him.
Mm-hmm.
I got my British passport 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came around 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Then he wanted to be on me, but I said no for a reason though. So he used his son to put in for his own application.
Mm-hmm.
on his child, one of his child, which he was given 2.5 years. But what I want to ask now is that because he was not saying that he wants to be on me on a marital status, is it possible for us to change again?
Your partner, you mean?
Yeah.
Are you living together?
No, we're not living together. He has his own property and he lives in.
No. If he's not living with you under the same roof, he cannot change his status to partner. He just has to remain on parent root.
But because it was like it says maybe 10 years, and doesn't want to up to 10 years. That is his.
That shouldn't be your headache. I know it's your partner, but I'm sorry if he's not living under your roof. Why are you fighting?
Okay, then thank you.
Eh?
Thank you.
Yes.
You know men the way they behave.
No. Don't know men. Don't know men the way they behave. Just stand your ground. That's the point. If it's not living with you, don't do partner route. Let him continue to use his child.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Listen, guys, I have zero tolerance for some things. You should know by now. I have zero tolerance. If a man is not living under the same roof as you, or with you rather, the way you want to use it is up to you. If he's not living the same roof with you, and then now later want to use partner route, it's not possible. He can only use his child route, which is parent route. He cannot use partner route. Partner route can only be used if it was successful, If it was success, if you want to be successful, then you have to use partner route, living together. If you don't use that, I'm sorry, there is no way you can go through in that scenario. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid I enjoy all of you on this timeline, and I want to appreciate you. There is no problem. We are okay. I am only trying to let people know our opinion on this platform yesterday when I mentioned to them that I'm going to be using Yoruba language. It is not easy to teach in Yoruba, trust me, especially when you are doing law. You cannot teach in Yoruba. Yoruba is a very hard subject, an hard language. You can think that I smooth in it, but I am not smooth dada. So there is no way I can teach in Yoruba, you know. So it's not that easy. So I want to appreciate all of you for your understanding of the situation, the way I want to run my platform. My platform, I want you to be peaceful. I want you to be respectful. Respect is reciprocate. That is why I will not come to anybody's timeline to insult them. I don't use fake profile. You will see my name clearly. If I come on your platform, you will see my name clearly. I will endorse my name on your platform if I want to come. But I'm not ready to go on platforms now. You understand? I am not ready. But let us work on what we are doing here and concentrate. But I don't want people to disrespect anybody. And you cannot disrespect me as a speaker on my platform. I will not tolerate it. But I appreciate all of you for your understanding. I will not appreciate you less. It's my swagger. I cannot love you less. Because a lot of people will be expecting me to use that language. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to go now. You remain blessed for the week. Enjoy the day. And you won't see me out until possibly Friday or Saturday again. I am not coming out until Saturday or Friday. I'm a busy woman, but I have to give my time this morning as promised to the community. And apart from that, have a blessed day. One love. Keep us together. Keep us together. Bye. Book your appointment in the office 0208 309 8808. 0208 309 8808. Thank you. Bye.